غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. So the ayah is talking about ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد, isn't it? So the first thing is, what is hasad? If I want to transliterate this, we have a you can translate, check, translation and okay. So we have translation here. We have, first of all, let's put it in Arabic, hasad. Okay, hasad in Arabic, it's 3 letters. Hasada. Hasad. Yes. What's the translation? Envy. I mean, before I say what's the translation, because here we are not doing literal things, we are talking about Quran. You have Quran apps, isn't it? In your Quran app, what does it say? No, don't use Google Translate. I want to see how they translate it as Quran translation. So, you have any good translation for this? Hasad is envy. Yani hasad, in English we have the word envy, and we have the word what? Jealous. Sheikh, I'm not going to put these two. Let's start with envy. And there is a difference between envy and jealous. In your application, this is Surah, will be chapter 13, 113. Any words? What is it? Envy? Yours? Envy? And from, what does it say? From the evil of the envious what is from the evil of the envious and true? One when he envies. Okay. This is the meaning you have. Any other meaning? Same one? Who is the translator? Qarari? Qarai? You have other translation? Same? Okay. Quickly here, we have to distinguish between 2 things before I, enter into this. We have hasad, and we have versus what? Versus evil eye. Evil eye, we have something, we call it what? Sayyibat al-ain, isn't it? Is there a relation between this one here and this one? People nowadays, they intermix them. They think always they correlate. If they do not intermix, they correlate. They think whenever we have hasad, they think it is what? Evil eye. And whenever they say evil eye, they consider it what? Some people, they consider it hasad. Is there a relation? That's what we're going to be discussing very soon. But first of all, what is hasad in Arabic? Hasad, they say it's from the word, we don't have to know it, but just quickly, from the word hasdal. Hasdal, they say it is al-qurad. It's like the tick. You know the ticks that suck the blood? If you go to bad hotels or sit in bad cities, there are small insects, okay, they suck the blood of a human. And they can spread diseases. Hasdal, what does it do? It try to get rid of some skin to bite you to suck the blood. They say from that word we get the hasad. Why? And this is important to understand the meaning of hasad. Different than this. There is a big difference between hasad and envy and what? Evil eye. Big difference. How? In Arabic, hasad is when you wish someone who is better than you to be less than you. If he is rich and you are poor, you wish him to be poor. If he is educated and you are not, you wish him to be less educated. If he is healthy and you're not healthy, you wish him to be less healthy or sick. So always you wish something to be what? To be taken away from a person you do not like. Or we say you are jealous of. So they say in Arabic we have difference between hasad and ghira. You know, ghira, most of the translation would be jealousy. Ghira is like, hey, I'm married. If I see my wife doing certain things, I feel jealous. Jealous here means in Arabic, ghira, you are taking something from you. Hasad, you want something to be taken from others. So hasad, it has to do with the other party. You wish him worse scenario. Ghira, you are trying to prevent what's been taken from you. Yes. Yeah, it could be something like this. But you know, is there a protective jealousy? Because it's kind of limit. Yes. Okay, so from this here, I can say, you know what? I'm going to delete this. We'll discuss them later. We have hasad. Okay? We have hasada. Okay? We have ghibta. And we have ghir. Alaykum as-salam. I said the difference between hasad and ghira, we already discussed it. You feel jealous. You feel jealous not because you want something to go bad. No, you feel jealous because it's my boundary, do not approach it. It's my stuff, do not touch. Clear? Ghibta, the Arab, they use it in a positive way. It's the opposite of hasad. يعني ghibta, when I wish I'm as good as you, in a positive way. I don't want you to be hurt. Yalla wallah, my friend is very educated. I wish, you know, one day I would be like her. So here, it's not hasad, it is what we call it, aghbutuhu. In some rare cases in Arabic, we use those interchangeably. And sometimes hasad might have positive meaning according to certain hadith. But mainly in Arabic, hasad is a negative word. Yani you are wishing something bad for someone to be less, you know, educated, less wealth, less health. Okay. What's about hasad quickly? Hasad, which we'll discuss it later on, but hasad always comes from sick heart, sick people. That's what we're going to be discussing later on. Yani if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provided a good car for a person, why you want to wish him that he get into a car accident? Why? Why you want people to be less than you? You have issues in your heart. Overall, Allah provides things for people. Are you being lazy and that's why you want others to lose so you can say, Alhamdulillah, see, we are the same? Wallah, my friend get divorced. Okay? Yeah, I feel happy. Why? Because I get divorced as well. Ya Habibi, no. That's not right. That's not a good moment. That's what we are going to be discussing later on. My focus here in the ayah, وَمِن شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَدٍ. First of all, why it says from the evil of the, what do they say? The evil of envious, when they envy. But why when they envy only? Why it's not continuous? Yani why I'm always seeking shelter from those people? Why only while they do it? One of the you get my question? يعني أنا بقول I seek shelter from evil. Okay. I feel shelter from evil when it's affecting me. You say, while at that point? Is there a reason? They say, because al-hasad might not always hurt you or wish you the bad things. Maybe he's good today. At a point he feels weak, he starts his evil plotting. Okay. So that's why they say al-hasad is not just about feeling. Al-hasad is not related, as you guys think, to saybat ain or evil eye. And you have to use the blue ain, okay? We'll talk about it in a bit. Al-hasad, it goes sometimes beyond feeling. يعني you wish something at work, okay, you wish your colleague at work to get demoted so you can be in charge. This is hasad, just feeling. Sometimes you transfer this into action, and here we have evil. How? You start fabricating stories. You start creating problems and accuse him or her. So here we have action. So here we have not just feeling, it has what now? Implementation. And that's why I seek what? Shelter from such kind of behavior. So that's why we have two opinions in Islam, main two opinions. If I have such kind of feeling that I feel like I wish him something bad because he's better than me, do I get bad deeds? Some scholars, they say yes. Because as a mu'min, your heart always should be what? Pure. You should always make dua. How you are going to wish him something bad and in salah you say, God forgive for all mu'mineen. How? Are you a hypocrite? You just said in your salah, Allahumma ghfir lil mu'minina wal mu'minat. Yani may God forgive all the believers. How at the same talking when you are done from salah, I wish him something bad? That's not right. That's not our identity. Some scholars, they say, no. It is only haram if it leads you to haram or if it goes into action. يعني مثل واحد he is thinking about doing something haram, but he does not do it. Does Allah punish him? No. But guess what? That small virus of thinking, okay, little by little maybe start accumulating and put you where? Somewhere else. So you have to be careful. Alaykum assalam alaikum. Are we good here? Questions? So now the question would be, why the Muslims, as well as so many nations, believed in evil eye? Do we have something called evil eye? Do we have narrations through Ahlul Bayt, through the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that says or that say hey, we have something called evil eye. Is there something? Is there something in the Quran? Hasad, we said it's very generic term. Hasad may be a feeling or actions to put someone down. You are plotting against him or her. But صيبة العين, is it hasad? Can I use this ayah as صيبة عين? Definitely no. Why? Because hasad has bigger meaning. صيبة عين is a special case. But is there something called صيبة عين, evil eye, in Quran? What do you think? Is there something called صيبة عين in Quran? No. Clearly says, hey, we have صيبة عين, please pay attention. الحسد is different than صيبة العين, we said. حسد is more general. الحسد أعم من صيبة العين. إنه واحد حسد إنسان، حسده معناتها الفيلينج toward him not good. حسده. عشان هيك أوقات بيقولوا صيبة عين، ضيقة عين ولا حسد. صيبة العين إنه واحد بيطلع بواحد، هي العين بيقولوا شو؟ بتأثر عليه. العين صبته. هذا أكثر، هذا شيء خاص بالحسد. يعني مثل واحد he is sick, could be virus, could be bacteria, could be infection, could be a disease. مش معناتها sick لازم يكون فيروس، صح؟ فنحن بنقول حسد does not always relate to صيبة العين. But more than that, is there something proven from Quran or our hadith resources إنه there is صيبة عين? And if there is, how does it happen? يعني لو كانت هالقد famous, how does it happen? So I can take my precautions. Is it a wave? Is it a wish? Is it a dua? Is it you're communicating with aliens? How does this work, يا عمي? Okay? So some people, they say, it's a wave. There's like certain particles come. Now, scientifically not proven. Once you say particles, we can check it into lab. That's not right. Second definition, they say it is like magnetic field or energy. You cannot approve it. Something hidden. Something like telepathy. You do not tell. So, but it happens. How? MashaAllah, you get lots of stories, Sheikh. Every family talks about what? صيبة عين. Every nation, they use their own ways of صيبة عين to protect themselves from صيبة عين. You see old nations, some of them, they use the blue eye. Till now, when you have a newborn baby, some families, they put what? A blue eye, with a golden ring or something. Some people, they used to have tattoos on their head for صيبة عين. Some of them, they have horseshoe, they put it on their door. Some of them, they have, I don't know, rabbits. Every nation has something. And they have stories about it. They have stories, so many stories about it. Okay? They say, for instance, one of our instructors was saying this story. A lady hired someone, and he was known of his صيبة عين. Right, wrong, I do not know. I'm telling you the heritage of the people. She hired him, okay, to use his صيبة عين, evil eye, to hurt her husband. So he came while talking to her. She got struck by his evil eye. She died. طيب يا عمي, we say if it is that famous and it is very realistic, why the people, they did not take advantage of it during war? يعني كان عندنا مثلا نحن group of people during war for swords, those for صيبة عين. Do we have this? Now we have so many battlefields in this history. You look at that airplane, another marvel. Does it work? Yani why it only happens with poor people? Why it only happens with limited places? And why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will impose on us stuff we cannot control? We do not know the issue of it. Spiritual things, okay, spiritual. But this is not spiritual. This is hurting me directly. Wallah, I was holding the glass and that person said, wow, this is a nice glass. Boop, broken. Wallah, I had a new car and my neighbor told me, wow, that's a nice car. 2 minutes I had a car accident or the car did not start. Is that has to do with evil eye or not? We have so many stories about this. But I'm not here to prove whether it is there in real life or not. This is not my business. Okay, I'm here to prove, is it or is there anything in Quran or Hadith to prove it? When it comes to daily life, you go figure it out, please. Okay? But as far as Hadith, do we have Hadith about it to prove it? Do we have Quranic verse to prove it? We have two main verses in the Quran regarding that. The first one, I hope I have the ayah for you. The first ayah, I think in Surah Al-Qalam 51. Do you have your Quran on you? So, if you can help me, which surah number it is? Al-Qalam. Qalam means pen. 51. Ayah, verse 51. Okay, what's the ayah?
The disbelievers would almost cut you down with their eyes when they hear you recite the reminder and say, he is certainly a magnet.
Okay, so here we have 68, you said?
Yeah,
68, and this is which verse? 51. Can you open that, please? Open your Quran on that, because this is important ayah. This is their major ayah for some people or scholars that claim there is what? Evil eye. So, I don't know if I have here the translation. Let me get it for you. Okay, I got it. In English, in Arabic first, وَإِن يَكَادُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَا يُزْلِقُونَكَ بِأَبْصَارِهِمْ لَمَّا سَمِعُوا الذِّكْرَ وَيَقُولُونَ إِنَّهُ لَمَجْنُونَ. The translation, based on Yusuf Ali, for instance, I'm not saying this is the best, but this is one of the translations. And the unbelievers would almost trip thee up their eyes when they hear the message. So some people, they say, see, it used the word what? Eyes. They are gonna make you trip because of their eyes, depending on this translation. Do we have this in Arabic? To be specific and clear, this ayah does not work as a solid evidence. It is nice, I mean, it could help, but is it solid? No. Why? Because in Arabic, when I say يكاد الذين وإن يكاد الذين كفروا لا يزلقونك بأبصارهم. يزلقونك الزلق. شو يعني الزلق؟ الزلق الأرض زلقة وزلقة يعني slippery. Okay? It's not talking they are gonna hurt you through their eyes. It did not say this. It is using the word لا يزلقونك. لا يزلقونك يعني to make you hurt. Okay? يعني مثلا ابن عباس, he used to call the arrow, he used to call it زهق السهم أو زلق. Okay? Because if you have a shield and you know the shield, let's say not the arrow for instance, the shield, if you hit the shield with something, okay, it might let it reject back, okay, because of the shape of the metal and the softness of it. وأزلقه أزله, and this is, we know it in Michigan when it's very cold and the road is icy, we know what is it. Okay, so you tell me now, what's the relation between this and the eyes? Because the ayah is saying وَإِن يَكَادُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَيُزْلِقُونَكَ بِأَبْصَارِهِمْ لَمَّا سَمُعُوا الذِّكْرَ. يعني when they hear the dhikr, when they hear the Quran, their eyes were going to make you fall. Okay? Or hurt, or harm, whatever, every translation now you have. We say this is metaphoric. يعني نحن إن لبنانيين هلا إذا واحد هيك طالع خلقه، okay, I'm gonna say it in Lebanese way. والله رح ياكله بعينيه. شو يعني رح ياكله بعينيه؟ يعني he is eating him in his, with his eyes. مش معناتها physical. Or you can see his eyes are full of anger. هو مش الeyes هي الanger وين؟ هو that the consequences. Okay, and just name it. So they say this is metaphoric. It is not clear. يعني the Quran did not say صيبة عين. Did not use this terminologies. Made it ambiguous. So this is, we say, it could be approved, but it lacks what? Solid explanation. Clear? Yes.
But then isn't it like a form of hasad? If you feel that person, that they're like...
Yeah, but it is not, but we cannot get out of it, that's the real meaning of it, صيبة عين. No. احنا عم نحكي عن صيبة العين now. Is it evil eye? Did it say evil eye? It said no, they hate you so much so you can see that they wish you go bad. How? Through their eyes. And don't we see this in life? You can tell a person, hey, he's so much angry. Look at his eyes. So that does not mean صيبة عين. It's showing that they hate the Prophet and they wish him something bad. Okay, so it's showing us how much they abhorred the message. Yes, sir.
So is it basically talking about envy?
It is, as she said, as the lady said, Batul. Yeah, it is more envy than صيبة عين. It's more general. Or hate. Envy or hate. Okay? Is that clear? The other ayah they use is in Surah Yusuf 67. I don't know Surah Yusuf which chapter would be. It is 67. وقال يا بني يعقوب is saying وقال يا بني لا تدخلوا من باب واحد وقال يا بني لا تدخلوا من باب واحد وادخلوا من أبواب متفرقة وما أغني عنكم من الله من شيء. And the ayah continues. Heidi, which chapter? 12. So the Yaqub, when he sent his other kids to explore what happened to Yusuf and to find a solution for the problem that happened to them with that kingdom. He said that when you go there, especially there was, they say, starvation and they needed food. Okay, you remember the story. When you go there, do not go all from one gate. Go from different gates. Why? You are going there to explore for Yusuf, to find food mainly, okay? Do not go all from one door and people say those are the children of Yaqub. They were a lot. إني رأيت 11 كوكبا. Okay? Yeah, Yusuf had 11 brothers, 11 boys. So they say, he told them this because he was afraid of what? Hasad or evil eye, more specific. But that's not true. Or not complete. Why? Because maybe he was not looking at this. Maybe he was looking at it from different angle. So maybe if one of you captured on this gate, the other one will go in and, pass. Why you are assuming has to do with Saybat Ain. Maybe he wants to protect them. So if something goes bad on this gate, the other group will be survive. And if there is Saybat Ain, it's going to be on this gate, not on that gate. And who told you Saybat Ain has to do with their numbers? Why he did not tell them go one and then delay it, then go the other one? If it is Saybat Ain. Okay? Why different gates? He could have told them, hey, use one gate, but wait 10 minutes in our terminologies, between every other person. So it has nothing to do with that. Okay? You are going there, maybe you can get more food if you are scattered. Too many assumptions. I'm not saying what's right, what's wrong. So this is another ayah. Those two main ayahs are used for Saybat al-Ain. And we proved in a very simple ways. Details will be discussed later on if you want. They are not 100% clear-cut proofs. You agree with me? The third one is this ayah. We said in Arabic, hasad is more general than what? Evil eye. The evil eye, يعني نحن عنا عائن ومعيون. العائن هو he sends the Saybat Ain. المعيون who he got affected by. What's their proof? They say, okay, you could not approve it through Quran. We have hadith. In our books, authentic hadith, we don't have any authentic hadith that says there is Saybat Ain from our books, our Shia resources. Authentic hadith. We don't have any of authentic hadith that there is Saybat Ain. We have authentic hadith that talk about dua you say to prevent the damage of Saybat Ain, or to seek a protection, let's put it this way, to seek a protection from Saybat Ain. You tell me, Sheikh, okay, this is then good enough? No. Why? Because if I say, God, please protect me from fire, and I'm living in the middle of a lake and there is no flame at all. Why? It's my feeling. Sometimes it is my feeling, it's my wishes. It is the way I was raised on. It is like when you go to a dark graveyard without paying attention, you start imagining things. You see God to protect you. Though to you they are what? You know for a fact they are what? Imagination. But you say maybe because it is something hidden. So if the society is talking about Saybat Ain and nations before Islam talking about Saybat Ain, you are worried about it whether it is reality or not. مثل واحد بيسمع there is a virus in the area. Without paying attention, you start taking what? Extra precautionary, action. Though there may be nothing. So seeking protection from something does not mean it exists. It could be psychological. But guess what? Maybe not. It could be also real. Who knows? Okay? It could be real. But is it clear cut? It's not clear cut. Especially, we cannot approve it and we cannot disapprove it. For me to say there is no صيبة عين, I have to have what? Proof. Either from Quran, from Hadith, or from science. Do I have this? No. Do we have Hadith that says there is no صيبة عين? No. Do we have science that says there is no صيبة عين? No. Science can, till now they say I cannot approve it. But I cannot disapprove it. It's not easy to disprove it. Something not materialistic. Can I prove it through hadith? From our sources? No. From Quran? No. From dua that is authentic and it is hadith? Yes, but it does not give me a solid explanation of what's صيبة عين. Because maybe it referred to it as what? As feelings more than actual hit. Clear? Like al-hasad. Al-hasad, it could be actions you are taking against the person you do not like to put him down. Or it could be only what? Feelings that accumulating inside you. Clear? So what's that hadith? We have hadith. And this is also, by the way, hadith, when we say authentic, has to do with your scholar too. Is it per Sayyid al-Khu'i or per Marja'? It varies. So this hadith is from في الخصال, goes back to عن Ibrahim, عن محمد بن الحسن عن الصفار عن إبراهيم بن هاشم. Ibrahim bin Hashim is the father of Ali bin Ibrahim. Anyway, عن النوفلي, and Ibrahim bin Hashim, some scholars they question him. Some scholars like Sayyid Khuy, they say no, he's trustworthy. عن النوفلي عن السكوني. النوفلي عن السكوني, one of those is Sunni narrator, but the Shia they consider him trustworthy. Sayyid al-Khu'i, al-Nawfali, and al-Sakuni, he both consider them what? ثقات, يعني trustworthy. Some scholars, they say no, the Shi'i guy we do not trust. Okay, al-Nawfali. So anyway, and Ja'far, why I have to mention he is Sunni? Because you can see when you have a hadith narrated by al-Nawfal and al-Sakuni, and he is a Sunni narrator that we trust, and that's why we say in Shia, if someone is Sunni, that does not mean I do not take his riwayah. If he does not lie, I consider his riwayah. Clear? You can always see similarities between some ahadith from As-Sakuni and some Sunni resources like Bukhari and Muslim. One of them is Al-Ain, this Ruqya. He said, عن جعفر بن محمد عن أبي جعفر بن محمد يعني الإمام الصادق عن أبي أن النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم قال لا رقى إلا في ثلاثة. رقى يعني in our Lebanese way رأوة. رأوة يعني رقية يعني رقية بالعربي. بالإنجليش الله أعلم ما بعرف يعني I did not check it out. But الرقية هي عبارة you say a دعاء for something that might hurt you. So you are seeking protection, okay, from that, through whom? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he said, النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم said, قال لا رقى إلا في ثلاثة في حمة أو عين أو دم لا يرقى. يعني it's either حمى could be because of a scorpion, snake, by ayn, they say, how our problem here, evil eye, and daman la yarqa, yani you are bleeding and it's not, stop. So what do? You do ruqya, according to this hadith. But the question is, ruqya yani ra'wah. ايه هلا رح نقوله. Yeah, what's that رقوة? Give me 1 second, I will say it. Not 1 second, I mean. Lebanese 1 second. رقية. طيب نسأل إذا واحد يا أخي got hurt by a scorpion, let's say, and I do رقية, is there always a relation that he has to be cured right away? If yes, no more hospitals. No, it is one of the ways. It could work, it could not work. Okay? It could not work. Maybe you are using ruqya because maybe when you trust Allah and you trust He can save you, maybe you are increasing your the strength of your immune system. So you start fighting back. It could be. Maybe there is something different, hidden, I do not know. But is it always when I have ruqya of to protect myself from a snake, it's going to work always? No, it's not always. So this is only a dua. So even the result is not guaranteed. صح? Okay. So that's why in Ain, you go to some ahadith, MashaAllah مثلا, it will stop it. مش هيك عندنا some ahadith? So here we say, hey, so هون عندنا big discussion. Anyway, how is the ruqya? You want this hadith, I can send it to you through our group chat if you send me, a reminder. الرقية, we have hadith صحيح السند as I recall عن محمد بن مسلم عن one of the أئمة قال لا يدع الرجل أن يقول عند منامه. يعني when you go to sleep, you say أعيذ نفسي وذريتي وأهل بيتي ومالي بكلمات الله التامات من كل شيطان وهامة ومن كل عين لامة فذلك الذي عوذ به جبرائيل عليه السلام الحسين. يعني جبرائيل, according to this riwayah, taught the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam this kind of رقوة. نحن هلا بنخترع رقوات غريبة عجيبة, بس الشغلات الصحيحة السند we don't feel like reading it. I do not know why. بتشوفوا دايما الشغلات الويرد is spreading. شغلات from أهل البيت, where is it? We have hadith صحيح? Yeah, we have hadith صحيح. So whenever you go to bed, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect you, from what? Okay, welcome to touch screen. To protect you from الشيطان الهامة, يعني like any insect that you might get hurt from at night, especially a snake, scorpion, whatever. ومن كل عين لامة. Here we're talking about what? An eye that might hurt you. فذلك الذي عوذ به جبريل. How? You say أعيذ نفسي وذريتي, my kids, my offspring, وأهل بيتي, all my household, okay, ومالي, and my money, from, in the words of God, the complete words of God, okay, and all His words are complete. So this is hadith. If you want it, I can send it to you. And definitely, we have some other hadith from Sunni resources. Yani from Sunni resources, you can prove through their hadith, there is what? Evil eye. From Sunni resources. From our resources, if I don't have ad'iyah about Saybat al-Ain, can I prove it? No. Now the question, what about this blue eye? Are we allowed to have a blue eye in our houses? أو واحد يعني got a new car بحط لي shoes in the back, okay, or horseshoe, or blue eye بعلقها هيك مع بسم الله. Do we have something like this? If you believe in that, you are in trouble. So how I'm going to protect myself? You do not go to ignorant behaviors and you apply it. If you tell me this is just, cultural things, I don't believe in it, it is fine. I mean, like so many things, okay? But if you really believe in this blue eye, that's a big problem. Allah is going to question your intelligence. Okay? So what do you do instead? You read this, ruqya that we discuss. For some other people, they say, no, read قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ وَقُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ. Some people, they have more stuff. But it's about asking or giving a charity out. That would help too. Okay? So this is the story of Saybat al-Ain. This is the story of Hasad. Hasad does not mean always Saybat Ain, and Saybat Ain does not mean Hasad. Hasad is bigger thing. Saybat al-Ain could be Hasad, because Hasad might be putting your bad feeling into action to hurt someone, or wishing him something bad. Questions? Yes. It is the hadith that we have, it is the Prophet used to do, this is Sunnah and Shia, used to have this dua I mentioned every night for Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein. Or Imam Hussein according to, yeah. It is, regardless, it is mustahab according to some narrations we mentioned before. It is mustahab when you go to bed. تسبيحة الزهراء. هلا إذا واحد عنده وقت عشانه إذا sleeping while watching a news or a movie or finishing his game, maybe, or Netflix, maybe he does not have time. But a person has to dedicate a few minutes before you go to bed to get connected, charge, put your soul on a charger. How you put your soul on a charger? As you put your iWatch or iPhone on a charger, when you go to bed, put your soul into the charger. The charger here is what? So connect to Allah through His words. Qur'an. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ آية الكرسي سورة الفاتحة تسبيح الزهراء. You can make istighfar, that will be better. So when you are falling asleep while you are reciting Qur'an, you enter into a continuous free hasanat. It's better than entering into continuous sayyat. You were watching something bad. مصيبة يعني. And there is a difference between you pass away while you are remembering Allah, or pass away while you are thinking about something haram. Big difference. يعني, in other words, شوفوا, if a person always come to al-masjid every day. One time he got sick for about 1 month. They say, because of your good intention, while you are sick, you are getting what? A compensation. Because you used to come to masjid. Or a person is always trying to help people. All of a sudden he became poor. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He knows your good intention, you still get what? Hasanat. Why? Because you still have that intention and that good feeling, and you are willing to do it again. يعني, that's why we say نية المرء خير من عمله. Sometimes the intention is more important than your deed, in this sense. مش إنه while you are having argili, you have good intention but you do not do anything. Why? I'm afraid of riya, of showing off. لا يا حبيبي, it does not work this way. Get rid of riya and do your work. How the intention is better than deed? Because I really mean it, but I'm limited. I'm trying. I'm doing my best to help, but I could not. Allah will give you hasanat because of this good intention, because you are sincere. Clear? So by that we finish Surah Al-Mu'awwidhatayn. المعوذتان مرفوعة يعني قل أعوذ برب الناس وقل أعوذ برب الفلق. Our next chapter, hopefully we can finish it in one session. قل هو الله أحد. I went through this surah before in a previous semester, let's say, because we have a new people here. That's why I'm going over it, but in a quick way. هلا صيبة العين شوي يعني we talk about it, but because it's important. The only thing I have to say here, again I repeat it as a summary, if something I cannot approve through Quran and Hadith, it does not mean it does not exist. Yani if I could not approve we have aliens on Mars, that does not mean there is no alien on Mars. No, I could not prove it through hadith. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Same talking in science. If science could not approve there is another beings in other galaxies, does it mean there is no one? No. The only time I can say there isn't if the science disapprove it. Clear? There is big difference between disapproving and not able to prove or not approve. Big difference. I'm not able to prove to you here there is a red pen. I do not know. Maybe there is a red pen, maybe not. But you know what? I could not see a red pen. Does it mean there is no red pen? Yeah, there is a marker. Yeah, more philosophical. I have to check every area in this place to tell you, yes, there was no red pen. How? I physically check every location. That's disapproving. Same thing when it comes to Islam. Through hadith, through Quran, I could not approve it. That does not mean it's not there. Halla, where I'm going to use the hadith or Quran? Is it mustahab? Is it makruh? Is it wajib? Is it up to us? That's a different story. And this is something very important. Later on, we'll study it. إنه يعني مثلا the Prophet certain things did not do. Is it haram to do it? Or it's bid'ah? It's a big argument. Inshallah, we'll talk about that later on. Any other questions? We have questions here? Yes. There is what? Yeah, same thing. That symbol of a hand that has an eye on it is not from Arabic people. It was way before Arabic people. And this has nothing to do with Ashura, okay? It is not called the Hand of Fatima. Go to at least Wikipedia, which is I don't trust. They will give you so many ideas from India and before. Okay? You can Google it now. We call it this way. Okay? But in reality, did it exist in the time of the Prophet? No. ما في عنا حديث والله استعمل لي ذي هاند ما في عنا. وشوي بعد واحد بيعطي لي فيها كمان خاتم يعني to make it more feminine. Okay, you can Google it. I mean, check this hand with eye. I mean, so this is way before Islam. It's not we invented this idea. What's happening when we get into so many cultures, every culture get their ideas in. You might like something and you start spreading it, but you reshape it to fit your, ideology. Now with this technology, we can sometimes track things easily. Before it was hard. Before, you live in this village, you think everyone is the same like you. You do not pay attention. No, this idea came to the village like only 100 years ago. نحن في عنا so many things in Islam we do. It's based on the culture. It's not based on Islam. Okay. Yeah, but that's cultural. نحن عم نحكي إسلام. نحن we invent the SM. نحن we adopted this. But is it from hadith, I'm saying? No. Did you check it in your Google?
Yeah, it says like also called like the Hungarian, but I also see the hand of Prophet.
Yeah, so it is.
It's not really.
Yeah, so many stories. Other questions? So we stop it here. We stop recording. I don't know who is in charge of recording. Yeah, tell me about it.